Good day everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'll be explaining the quality, quantity, and symbol of a categorical proposition in logic, or in Aristotelian logic to be specific. So in our previous episode or video, we have already explained what a proposition is and the types or kinds of proposition. In today's episode, I'll be explaining the quality, quantity, and symbols of a categorical proposition. So categorical propositions are declarative statements. They either express or claim a truth or a falsity. In other words, they are either true or false. And they are in the logical form. They have a subject, copula, and a predicate. And that's the order of the arrangement of those elements. So we now go to the quality of a proposition or categorical proposition. When we speak of quality, we are referring to whether a proposition is affirmative or negative. So a categorical proposition can either be affirmative or negative depending on the copula. So if the copula is negative, let us say is not or are not, then the quality of the proposition is negative. But if it's only are and is, the copula are affirmative, and therefore the proposition or the propositions are affirmative. So they are either called affirmative or negative judgments. So now we go to the quantity of a categorical proposition. A categorical proposition can either be singular, particular, or universal. A singular proposition has a singular subject, or the subject of that proposition is a singular term. A particular proposition is a proposition whose subject is a particular term, and a universal proposition is a proposition whose subject is a universal term. So we have already discussed the types of terms in our previous episode, but just for the sake of review, a singular term is a term that is specific. It indicates or represents a specific individual or person. Usually it is preceded by the articles or determiners the, this, that, those. And proper nouns fall under this type or category. For particular terms, these are terms that does not represent all but only a portion, a part of an entire group or population. Usually it is preceded by articles or determiners like some, few, a number, many, not all, not every. So it does not refer to all or to all things or individuals, but only to a few or to some. And a universal term is a term that represents all of its class or all of its group. Usually it is preceded by the determiner or article, all, the, no, every, each, whatever, whatsoever, anything, everything, and all this. But at the end of the day, what determines a proposition to be universal or particular or singular is the sense, the meaning. Even without the determiners, you can tell whether the proposition refers to a specific person or thing, or whether it only refers to some things and not all, or whether it refers to all and not to some. Okay, that's the difference among the quantities. And lastly, we talk about the symbol of a categorical proposition, or basically the symbols of a categorical proposition. So we have A, E, I, and O. A stands for universal and singular affirmative propositions. So all propositions that are by quantity universal and singular, and by quality affirmative, are classified as propositions under the letter A, or usually the capital letter A. And E refers to propositions that are singular and universal but negative in quality. And I stands for all particular affirmative propositions, and the O stands for particular negative propositions. Now, why are they very important to discuss about quality, quantity, and symbols? Because in the analysis of propositions, they serve as your mnemonic device, and of course, you cannot determine the truth and falsity of propositions if you do not analyze or go into the quality, quantity, and symbols of the propositions. And later on, when we study syllogism or inference or arguments and fallacies, it would not be easy to analyze them whether they're logical or not if we don't have these as a foundation knowledge, knowing the quality, quantity, and symbols of a categorical proposition. So thank you for watching and listening. Please click like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel.